they got it. Maple Motors today. 56. My center. You hear Purdy, they're swarming on me. Blue sky over there. Stuff's hanging on pretty good, so I'm not gonna strip it all the way down to metal. I don't believe they should be all right. That way it's already grabbing hold of the metal. Primer, new primer, grab and hold it easier, I think. Hit a little bit more. Should be ready to go. A little more, ready to go. Chicken skin right here. You can see it or not. Do my little chicken skin. There you go. Well, the car did all over right there. Get all that out. Guess it did go down to the middle there, looks like. Maybe. Anyways, I can't tell. Anyways, they're sanding tonight. Cool, the temperature finally dropped down in the 80s and man can breathe and do some work now, maybe. I don't know. Still pretty hot for an old fart like me. Anyways, rip out. And this primer down, I thought I could get by with it, but after sanding on it, I found some more checks that went all the way down, and I scared it might mess up the paint, so I'm just gonna take it off. I didn't want to, because this side really looks good. Well, this side looks like chicken skin. This side don't look as bad. Let me. Well, this side don't look like that side. That side look like chicken skin. Checked all the way down to the. Yeah. Don't look so bad over here. I took it down though, so. Build that side up, match this side. I think that's thick, but you know don't want an uneven line down the middle of the roof. Don't want the roof tilted like that, you know. Have a good eye to see it though. Anyway, rip out. Rip here, rip right. Sanding on this old jewel, getting ready. Put a first coat of primer on there. Kind of getting all this old stuff off where we nicked it, scraping it and everything. I'm leaving a majority of this on here because it's still stick to the metal, you know. So anyway, I'm trying my best to have her primed here a little bit. And then once I prime it, I can find all the highs and lows and get all them worked out. Okay, well, I guess from sticking stuff on the roof had a couple little spots in it. I'll have to take care of. Aggravating. It looks smooth, but you know, it looks smooth. If you start rubbing on it, then you feel all the bumps in it. That's the goal. It's a long, tedious stuff now. It takes forever and doesn't look like you make any progress, so it wears on your nerves. Anyway, rip out. He's ready. We're first coast to primer. Do a little more sanding back here to get the rest of that yellow off, but gotta tape up all that yellow I done painted on the far wall and such. Fun, fun, fun. Boys and girls, I'm sweating. You want a corn dog? Anyways, all taped up, wiped down. Lay a couple coats of primer on that little jewel. And then we can start blocking, find all the low spots. All the good stuff. Oh, gotta remember that. Don't trip over the jack. Anyway, rip out. Rip here. Getting hot again. Thought it was gonna be cool if it was going. This is my Gatorade. A little more. Make it a little colder and a little more juice. A little more flavor. A little kick. Make it unhealthy. I don't know how healthy Gatorade is anyway. That's all we're doing. Look at this mansion somebody's building. Man, big old house. Finally got my winch. Yeah, I'm wired it up. I mounted it on here the other day. This goes on my trailer. I put it on a receiver hitch. I got it backwards because I put the winch backwards. But anyway, getting all this wiring up so I can actually use this thing. Thanks again, Tony Whitaker. I appreciate it. It's a lot bigger. I had a little ATV winch and I put a hurting on it a couple of times. Hopefully this will do me justice here. Now I wish I'd have put the winch on the other way now. So, at the time I thought I was doing it the right way, but I guess I could just spin this, cut this loose and spin around, or just add some post on this end so I could. Anyway, it's on here. It's gonna work. This way I can remove it. The trailer leaves outside, for I can remove it, put this up in the shop so nobody will steal it, and keep the weather off of it when I'm not using it. So, it's a nice winch too, man. It's kind of button here, and it's got this button here. I ain't showing it to you, man. Got this one here. It plugs and it plug in and unplug. Got a lot of cable with it up here. Yeah, it's got this here already mounted on it. Here mounts on it. I can mount it on the trailer somewhere. Actually, it needs to be a plug. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I just heard, I guess it's to be mounted right here. I need to film what I'm talking about, don't I? Yeah, this is right in here somewhere. So I have this switch, and I can have the cord with the remote there. I got a remote on the other one I might put on here. I don't know. It always lost it and run out of battery. This is there, got an extra backup switch. Anyways, rip out. New. Yeah, the flagman has got a truck with a arm and a red light. Pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see, arm come up. Yellow. There we go. What's the thing? Trimming the trees back. Pretty cool. even better back then. The old gate here. Danger, real Robinson danger. Countryside. Tennessee, you gotta love Tennessee. That looks like the Natchez Trace. Water everywhere. Nice. Tennessee River. Have a big deck on the side of that store and had big parties, I guess. I don't know. Pretty house here. Antebellum home up on the hill. Yeah. Very pretty. New road through here. Oh, this building's about to fall in. Maybe save that and make a restaurant out of it. Over the hill and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. Look at here, boy. Nice new pavement. Woo, sweet. Little square house. Square roof. I feel like they'd been harder to build a square roof like that. Mad Max. Need to stop here one day and see if people even talk to us. I remember I stopped years ago. We had like 457 Chevrolets, convertibles, sitting up in there. Some neat iron in there if you look.